Hi, I'm Dr. Van Yee from the Center for Aesthetics and Plastic Surgery. Welcome to our What You Should Know series. We started this series talking about facelifts. Now let's continue our discussion with facelifts. We started with the question, who's a good candidate? We talked about how a facelift is done. And now a very common question that also comes up all the time with facelifts is what about the neck? People come in frequently for a neck lift and they actually need a facelift, or they come in wanting something done with the face, but they actually really need the neck done. So what exactly is happening here and what is what? Does a facelift include the neck? And the answer is yeah, but it depends. With a facelift, as we talked about in the last session, we're elevating the lower third of the face, the jawline, and the very top part of the neck. So if your concern is this part of the neck right under your chin, that's a facelift. Think of a hammock hanging between two trees. I use this description all the time. If I'm pulling the rope up one tree and the rope up the other tree, I haven't touched the hammock, but the whole hammock goes up. If I pull the rope up here, or the neck muscle here called the platysma, if I pull it up over here, I haven't touched the hammock in between, but all the skin under the chin elevates up. That's a neck lift. But what about if we're talking about lower on the neck, the skin closer to the collarbone? Is that made better with a facelift? And it depends, yes and no. The further away you get from the chin and the jawline down the neck, the less and less the facelift by itself will help. So what do? Well, we add a neck lift, what I call a posterior cervicoplasty. It's a fancy name for a neck lift, but it's posterior because the incision is behind the ear or in the hairline back here, and cervicoplasty just means a neck lift. So by elevating and pulling the skin back this way, we can add to the benefit of the facelift, directing it lower and lower on the neck. That's a neck lift. Now some people don't need a facelift and would only be coming in for a posterior cervicoplasty or a lower neck lift. And sometimes we do all of it together in a combined procedure if that's what you need. So in answer to the question, do I need a neck lift or is a facelift the same as a neck lift? It depends, but that's the difference. Facelift, upper part of the neck. A more formal neck lift typically addresses the lower part of the neck. If you're confused or if you want to know if you're a good candidate, come in and let us talk with you. Thanks.